Yeah, I don't even have to say the rest. Y'all know what it is. Uncle Bull Cow in the house. No, never. In the freaking building. All right. So today, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I went live, right? I don't usually go live this early in the day. So make sure that you smash that like button. Even after, if you watch it later, that's fine. You can do that. But anyway, we're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna do a hot sauce review. We're gonna get into all kinds of stuff. You know, like what's the difference between this and this? Are they the same color? Of course not. Today we're gonna be talking Pepper X, Roll Toss Pepper. We're gonna do a hot sauce review. And we're gonna do a burn. We're gonna talk a little bit about this monstrosity right here. Oh, do you all, or y'all, do y'all know what that is? Yeah. All right, we'll talk about the tincture first, then we're gonna do the review, then we'll get into it. Actually, let's get into the review, and then we'll talk Pepper X and tincture, how to make it. I got some folks jumped on watching live. All right, anybody that watched my video from yesterday, not the one from last night. No, no. Well, the one from last night I uploaded this morning. Somebody watched yesterday. Yesterday we did a sauce quest. Comment below, smash that like button. I don't see if anyone smashed the like button yet. It's not showing. I do see there's some people watching though, so make sure you comment. I really want to see the comments. I don't usually go live this time of day, but I'm doing this as an experiment, and we're gonna get sauced, and we're gonna get lit, and we're gonna talk peppers. Just the average Uncle Bull Cow day. Got my dead heat apparel on, the hat and the shirt. You don't usually see that. That's a treat. Yep. All right, there he is. What's up, Mr. Williams? Check this out. On the Sauce Quest video that you guys watched yesterday, I went to Food Lion and I rated, what I think Pittsburgh Flip is in the house. I rated that store on how good it is compared to other local stores for hot sauce. They had some Melinda's, they had Tiger Sauce, they had some Woodstock. So if you want more heat, they actually had it. um, and so I would rate that decent, especially because Lowe's Foods, which used to have the better hot sauce selection, they actually just decimated their hot sauce section recently, and they don't have them no more. They don't have the Melindas. They don't even have. I don't even know if they have the Bravado Spice or any of that stuff. They came out with their own hot sauce line, which Lowe's Foods habanero sauce is top notch, and it's very well priced. I would say go ahead and buy it. Okay. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing, brother? All right. So in yesterday's video, real quick, this is one of the sauces that I passed by and I showed you, and I said I didn't like it and I would not review it. Now, here's the thing. I wouldn't buy this, right? I tried a little bit the other day, but I am going to give it its fair review, straight up on a spoon. And the reason why is because what I was eating it on, it might not go with. Okay. So I'm going to give it that benefit of the doubt. And you guys know me. I'll review anything someone sends me, or if I buy it, of course, I'm going to review it. And usually it's an honest review. So what I want to do is I want to give this its honest review. We're also going to do some pepper extract, and I'm going to get wrecked, and we're going to talk Pepper X and bing, bam, boom, all kinds of other stuff. So stay tuned, smash that like button, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you're up to today. You don't like either. Yeah, no, I can feel you. All right, so first things first, let me give this its fair, honest review without any food, without it, I might have paired it with the wrong thing. So let's get a nice spoonful of this going. It's a thinner sauce, as you can see, but it's not super thin. It's not thin like Tabasco. It's got a little bit of body to it for a thin, sauce with a orifice reducer on it. So Mr. Rodriguez, what up? All right, so let's get into this first and see what it does. Kind of a gritty texture. Good point, S. Williams. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. It almost reminds me the texture and the thickness of Valentina, the Mexican hot sauce. That one that's really cheap. You can buy like a 40-ounce bottle of that thing for like $2-3. Um, and that stuff, I used to eat that. I used to have. I mean, I just bought a big jug of it to bring to work in case I was having something that it would go on. Um, Now with this, here's what I can say. Okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna get one more taste, and I'm gonna give you my full opinion on the Old Bay hot sauce. Because this is what I do for a living, guys. Not my main source of income, but I review anything that says hot, spicy, world's hottest. I review it. That's what I do, so I can get you guys some information, and then you can make your own decisions based off of that. Um, so yeah, it's Old Bay. So here's the deal. When I tried it the other day, um, well, first off, let's say this: it has very little heat. I can, yeah, it's a flow restrictor. I can detect a little tiny bit of heat on the tongue. Um, Nothing significant, but barely there. And 6 months ago, I wouldn't have detected any heat. But after I got sick, my tolerance went really low, and I was able to taste heat and things I couldn't taste it before. So that's a good thing, and it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing because when I do challenges, I get rocked off of them more than usual. But it's a good thing because I'm able to detect heat and things that normally I couldn't tell if there was any heat in it because it really wasn't that hot in the first place. Um, Very little heat, but it does have a tad bit. Here's the thing. Whatever I was eating on the other day, and I wish I remembered because that would help out so much, but I don't remember what it was. Whatever I put this on the other day, I did not like it. It did not pair well with it. Is it salty? Yes, it's a little bit salty. Not as salty as this, though. So you guys see me review this. All right. Now, let's get back to business. The taste of this, I think it has Old Bay seasoning in it or something because now tasting it just off a spoon like that, I'm kind of come up with you never liked Frank's hot sauce either, but Frank's honey garlic. See, now me, I'm a Frank's guy, but only for buffalo wings, okay? Frank's with butter, buffalo sauce. I'm from upstate New York. That's what I grew up on. So that's I'm a Frank's guy for wings, okay? For fried chicken, I can eat Louisiana, I can eat Crystal, but I don't like Frank's on it. Texas Pete, fried chicken, I guess, if it's all they had. I'm not a fan of Texas Pete, and it's made right down the road from my house. um, so with this, it has a flavor in it that is almost like the Old Bay seasoning, right? So it literally has this kind of like maybe if I had some gumbo or some like jambalaya or maybe even like a crab cake or something like that, I think this would be okay in it. I think this would be good to put into some kind of a super stew or something like that. As far as eating this on tacos or like pizza or like fried chicken, I would definitely not put this on there. It would not be good. Trust me, it would not be good. Um, but as far as maybe pouring a whole bottle of it in a crab boil, um, then what's up, Andrew? It's so I would like a crab boil, putting it in there, or maybe crawfish. If you're doing a crawfish boil and you want to take them out and just slather this over the top and stuff, I think it would be all right. It's got seasoning in it, so it tastes. It doesn't taste like Old Bay, but it tastes Old Bay-ish, right? If that can tell you anything. So it's kind of weird. Overall, I can say this. It's not as bad as I claimed it was in yesterday's video, and that's why I wanted to taste it straight off a spoon and be able to give you guys give this a fair review for you guys so you guys can make your own decisions on, you know, if you want to try it or not. They're not that expensive, so you wouldn't be wasting a ton of money if you went out and bought this. Okay. All right. So what else are we gonna do? Huh? You want to do a quick burn? This right here, monstrosity. This is a 2-year-old, over 2-year-old tincture. So I started soaking this in, so I think I started soaking this in October, either September or October. I don't know, but it was the fall going into winter of 2021. This is the Uncle Bull Cow Mellow Yellow Tincture, and it is not mellow as in heat. It's mellow because it's made with rum, and because it was a long soak, and because it's made with yellow pods. So it's smooth, okay? Here's the thing with this. This tincture has sat and evaporated like that. And this has yellow fever. That's the world's hottest yellow pepper that you can get your hands on. And it's got yellow reaper, yellow maruga scorpion, all the yellow super hots, okay? When I made it, it was actually orange, right? The only thing is that when it sits and evaporates like that, it turns into pepper extract. So this is a lot stronger. So I'm going to do a little sample burn here. I have not done this in so long. That amount right there is going to annihilate me. So make sure you smash that like button. I'm burning for you. Oh, wow. Wow. I'm sorry about the background noise, guys. I did not know it was going to happen. One of my coworkers was actually off today, and she just came in. So I think she's just coming in for a meeting or something like that. So I didn't know. That's why I went live now. That was so bad. Oh, oh. I hope I don't get hiccups. I feel like I'm gonna. Oh, oh God. That's so strong. It's so freaking potent, guys. It's so strong. My whole tongue is burning and it's building right now. My throat's okay so far. My tongue feels like it's 100 pounds. That was a half a hiccup. My tongue feels like it's 100 pounds right now. I haven't done anything that hot in a very long time. When I first made this, I did a whole full glass dropper of it. And that whole dropper was hot. That little amount of ice right now was just as hot. This thing, if you guys go back on Instagram, you can see the pictures of when it was soaking. I mean, in the jar, it was like this much powder, this much liquor sitting at the top. It was just, but the smoothness of it, man, I know a lot of Tinc makers. I've had a lot of good Tincs. Nick Kemp's Hellhammer tincture is the smoothest red, super hot tincture, especially something that hot that I've had that is that smooth. And this is the smoothest yellow pod tincture I've ever had, but straight extract, man. That stuff literally just, it evaporated down over the past 2.5 years. 2.5-year-old tincture, man. Still got a great flavor to it after all this time. Boy, my tongue is a mess right now, man. I've only had tincture burn me for a long, long time, a couple of times, and I could have a feeling this is going to be one of those rides. I did the Doomsday. So while I'm burning, we said we'll talk about Pepper X. And one thing we haven't seen answered is that they show the green Pepper X, the mustard pod. Hey, what's up, Mark? you know, and said on TV that that pepper is what made a sauce that's that red with no other ingredients but a little bit of vinegar. And no one that has any common sense believes that. Nobody. Nobody with a brain believes that. Um, if you had those green peppers, those mustard pods, you're going to get a sauce that's the same color. Okay. Especially if all you're adding is a little bit of vinegar. So we haven't seen anybody that's gave us a logical explanation. Of course, I said in the beginning that there is a red variant, and there is, and maybe they made it with that, but we're not going to get into all the testing stuff. We're going to actually see if 97% of capsaicin is cooked off when you make hot sauce. So we're going to do that experiment this year. My tongue's on fire still. Now my lips are on fire. I'm getting whiskey chest from it. I feel it in my gut a little bit. I definitely wasn't prepped to do any like serious Tinc, although that small amount, I don't know how it's going to affect me because the stuff is condensed. That is pepper extract at this point. Good pepper extract though. Now, you can make extracts. Like some people get scared of the word extract. Here's the thing: if you make tincture, so you soak pepper powder in high grain alcohol, and you let it soak for 2-3 months. Um, Strain it and let that strained tincture evaporate. You can let it evaporate for quite some time to make extract, or you can even let it evaporate for a week or two, and then put it on a low burn. I'll put it on a burner and cook it. Be very careful though. You don't want to turn the thing on high. Your whole house will be smoked out. It's best to do it outside, but you can actually cook off some of that all the alcohol and then some of the water in there, and you'll end up with a stupid hot extract, which will just blow your mind, just like this did to me. I'm lit still. So you can make your own pepper extracts, and if you use really hot peppers, really good quality peppers, you're going to have an extract that doesn't taste metallic. It doesn't taste terrible. The extracts that you can buy commercially are usually cayenne pepper and stuff like that. A lot of times the throwback, the leftovers, they're just stuff that's just dried overseas, sent over here with the stems on, and they extract and then cook down. And that's why you have the extracts that you see out there do not taste good. I don't know too many people that like the flavor of extracts. Me, I don't mind them too much. Mrs. Bullcow actually likes the flavor of pepper extract. However, I don't think she's ever ate a cheap one straight. So, and I have. My wife, no, my wife, but she has had the higher, better ones before, and she actually likes the taste. Now, me, a high grade extract, I don't mind the taste at all. I kind of like it myself, but the cheaper stuff, I don't really like it, but I can eat it. Um, so, with that being said, wow, I'm lit right now, guys. I am lit. Now let's move into the lips. The lips are really where it's stinging. The tongue is getting better, but I feel it here. So it's in the chest and it's going down the stomach. It's hitting the stomach a little bit. I got some pretzels here. I don't like pretzels, but maybe one or two of them will help absorb some of the Tinc if I start to get a gut bomb from it. Hopefully I don't get all full on cramps, but see how dark that is. Look at that. Yeah, that's an old boy right there, man. I've had that stuff for a while. Trust me. Go look at the pictures of it that I put up. It didn't look like that before. It was orange and it was thinner, and you could see right through it. So this here is hot pepper tincture. Anybody's watching that don't know what this is super hot pepper extract. This stuff would probably clock in the condition it's in, maybe at 1,000,000 Scoville units, maybe 2. Thank you, Tony. Anybody? I don't make tincture no more. I have quite a bit. Well, I don't quite a bit. I've got my wife's personal stash at home. So she's got a few bottles this size and a few bigger bottles that I made for her last year. Um, and I do have one soak, and that's for special occasion. If I ever get to evaporating it, I'll give a couple bottles out. Andrew, um, I know he wants one, but anyway, with that being said, anybody that wants to make this, anybody that's watching this, you can make your own tinctures, and they are so good in coffee. I mean, I just love it. If you want to go light and just have a little tiny tickle in the back of your throat, just put a drop or two in. If you want to go a little bit more, you add half a glass or a whole glass if you're feeling gangster. So pepper powder, you know, if you don't have access to all the exotic peppers like I have in this, you can just order you some Carolina Reaper pepper powder off of Amazon. Get you some Everclear, or you can use Black Seal 151 rum. I don't think they make Bacardi 151 no more. I haven't seen it, but what you can do is you just take your powder, your liquor, put it in a mason jar, shake it every couple of days for the first couple of weeks, and just let it sit. You can let it sit for a month, a year, 2 years, it doesn't matter. And then what you do is strain it with coffee filters so you get a nice clear tincture. And then I put that in a cookie jar because it's got a big wide mouth on it, so it's more room for evaporation. And let it evaporate for about a week to 2 weeks. That'll get the alcohol off of it so it don't taste liquory. And then, of course, you bottle it up and give it to your friends and watch them get completely annihilated off of it. All right, guys, so my Old Bay review, not as bad as I thought it was. However, I just don't see a lot of uses for it. But for crab, maybe a gumbo, might be all right on some jambalaya. So kind of, it just feels like that. And maybe that's why they designed it. So I'm not going to sit here and bash this sauce by any means. I'm not going to. I'm going to say, and it's not really my cup of tea, but if I was doing a big crawfish boil and I was at the store getting ingredients, I had a whole bunch of people coming over, I'd probably grab a bottle of this. Maybe I'd put half of it in the boil. It'd be good for that. And then have it on the side. Or maybe if I was the type that, the crawfish boil, you take you drain everything out and then you hit it with the Cajun season. I might actually pour a bottle of this over top of it, then hit it with the Cajun seasoning. For that, I think this sauce would be good. All right, but anyways, I want to say thank you to everybody that watched this video live. I don't usually go live like this, very, very rarely. But if you're watching the replay of this, people, make sure you smash that like button. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that sub button. Anybody's coming on late for the live, we just reviewed the Old Bay hot sauce, and we did some tincture, hot pepper extract. This stuff is 2.5 years old. It is lethal. It is brutal. And I am glad that I only did the amount that I did, because if I would have done more, I'd be in trouble. I can feel it. My mouth burn has gone down significantly. It's probably at like a 1 right now, but I can feel it down in here. So Uncle Bull Cow freaking loves you guys. And if you haven't done so, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications, and you can watch me get wrecked, because I am going to be doing a challenge coming up here soon. And also I got some more reviews on some hot sauces, and then we'll be doing some hot pepper reviews and all kinds of other fun stuff. So Uncle Bull Cow, I freaking love you guys. Come on.